Alright, our reverse fans. Well, time for the second episode of the day, which is Identity. Roy attempts to disrupt a robbery in a stolen car. He takes on the bad guys, turns around, but is soon shot and the car flips over and crashes. Roy is then interrogated by Laurel, in which she claims the hood seduces people into helping him and isn't a hero. After leaving the room, she announces that all charges are being dropped, and Laurel talks with Oliver as Thea says she wishes Roy would have been thrown in jail to learn his lesson. When Oliver attempts to convince Roy to give up his quest to emulate the hood, he learns that the hospital in the Glades is having its medicine stolen. Oliver later sets traps and finds China White robbing the medicine delivery trucks. Before he can engage in battle with her, she reveals that she brought a friend, and the bronze tiger comes into play. After a short battle, the police arrive and they are all forced to retreat, ultimately allowing China White to get away. Oliver calls Sebastian Blood, an alderman for the Glades, to his office and decides to work with him to bring awareness and help for the people in need. Later, Oliver is forced to abandon his appearance at the charity event to stop China White from stopping more supplies being delivered to the hospital, and as a result, Sebastian slanders him to the media. As the Hood, Oliver takes on China White and Bronze Tiger. After saving the shipment and helping the police arrest China White, the Hood convinces Roy to stop fighting in his name, but become his eyes and ears in the Glades. Afterwards, Laurel sets a trap for the Hood, who is then surrounded by the police. In a flashback, Oliver, Slade, and Shadow discover a cave containing the remains of World War II Japanese soldiers. One skeleton is shown wearing a hosen. Don't know exactly what that means, but okay then. So now let's take a look at some trivia surrounding this episode. China White makes her return in this episode. She was last seen in Dead to Rights. This is the only episode of Season 2 to not feature Katie Lotz as Sarah Lance at all. Shortly before Oliver watches the news in Verdant, it can be heard talking about the Starlab's particle accelerator, setting up the introduction of Barry Allen / The Flash later on in the series. Oliver tries to convince Felicity to be his executive assistant by telling her that he needs a girl Wednesday. She corrects him, saying that the movie he's referencing is His Girl Friday. This could be considered a fourth wall joke, since Arrow airs on Wednesday nights. The FEMA truck is numbered 52, which is not to DC's New 52 comics. And now finally, let's take a look at some goofs. In the Lianu flashback, when Oliver and Shadow are in the river, they undress and she is now wearing a bra. When Slade comes to find them, Shadow is wearing one. Ooh. So overall, I think this episode is kind of interesting, and yeah, I don't think it was a good idea for Sebastian to slander Oliver's name, but what can you do? So overall, I give Identity 3 arrowheads out of 5. When we tune in a bit, so we take a look at the final episode of the day, Broken Dolls. So, until then, in the words of my favorite superhero, I'm here to fight for truth, justice, and a better tomorrow.